The dates have been plastered on.
Either you're not telling me the truth, sir, or the college isn't.
Tell her if she doesn't open the door, we'll smash the door in.
A South African national who's arrived for a 4-month holiday to visit a British friend. He's only got about £20 on him to support him while he's here for the 4 months. So he's going to rely on his sponsor to support him while he's here.
Officer Newbury believes the passenger's lack of funds suggests he's not on holiday, but here to work.
Just out of interest, the guy's got one of the best names I've ever come across. His first name is Dazzling, which is actually quite a tremendous first name, so fantastic. Probably one of the best names I've ever come across.
Dazzling, a sports coach, has already provided letters to prove he has a course to go back to in South Africa, and after that, a job in the US.
Where did you get the name Dazzling from? It's quite.
My mother gave me that name.
She called you Dazzling, yeah? That's
Yeah.
it's quite an interesting probably one of the most interesting first names I've heard. I kind of like him. He seems a really nice guy. Very open. Doesn't seem to be hiding anything from me. Yeah, I kind of like him as a person. This is interesting. He's brought with him a letter from his college saying that he's required to start studying in July 2009. Oh dear, not good at all. Which is exactly the same letter, but the dates have been plastered on. And underneath the date of the letter is another date, April 2006. Good standing with his employer. Has had the dates changed on it to make it look like he's got something to go back to, which is very odd. Again, it's all of a sudden it's starting to take a turn for the worse for him. See what else he's got. Yep, the same for. He had another letter from looks like an employer that he brought with him, and here's the original with the dates taped on. Oh dear. Not good at all. So I assume he's printed these out, changing the dates to give the impression that he's got a course to go back to in South Africa for, and that he's in good standing with his employer. Oh dear, that's not good at all for him. It puts a whole new spin on this entire case, as far as I'm concerned.
If Dazzling wants to start his holiday today, he'll have to come up with a good reason why he presented fake letters. Now it seems there might be more deception. Officer Newbury has received a call from someone inquiring about Dazzling. It's not the friend he says he's here to stay with, but a woman who's waiting for him in arrivals.
He's your boyfriend. Dazzling's your boyfriend, yeah? And are you British, Jenya? Yeah? What was your nationality before you get a British passport? Russian, okay. And how long have you been in the UK? For 5 years, okay. Okay, thank you. Bye. All right, that was Dazzling's girlfriend. Now, Dazzling's not even mentioned this girlfriend. She's told me that they're very much in love. So, yeah, that's not really helped his cause much at all, to be honest. I think he's probably looking to stay here, get a job, live with his girlfriend, perhaps get married, because if she gets a British passport, he can then apply as her fiancée to stay in the UK. But you know, he's lied to us right from the very start.
It's time to get to the bottom of why Dazzling is coming to Britain. It would appear he has a clear conscience.
He knows I've taken the documents from the back. He knows what's in them. He must have some idea that I've found out what he's done to those documents. But at the moment he's just lying down in the holding room, having 40 winks by the looks of it. It looks quite comfortable in there. It seems really easygoing at the moment. I wonder how he's going to react when I start questioning about these bits and pieces found in his bag. It'd be interesting to see what his reaction's going to be honest. But I'll have to wake him up and ask him some questions now. Dazzling? Why have you come to the UK today?
I came here to visit Benjamin, who's a friend of mine.
So why does Ben have to support you?
Why does he have to support me?
Yeah.
Because I'm his guest. And I'm just
Yeah, but I've had guests over to my house,
Yes.
but I couldn't support someone for 4 months.
Oh, no.
So
yeah.
why is Ben supporting you for such a long time in a foreign country?
Because we're friends.
So you have no money for yourself?
What do
You
you
just
mean for now?
for you?
No, I got 20 pounds.
But, you know, for 4 months, you have no money for yourself?
For now, yeah, no.
No?
No. Don't have money.
How do you know, is it Yenya? Jenya?
Yes.
Yenya. How do you know her?
Oh, I met Janya through Ben.
Is Yenya your girlfriend?
Yes.
She is.
Yes, she is.
I'm actually surprised you didn't mention your girlfriend earlier, because if I was going to a foreign country and if one of the people I was going to be seeing would be my girlfriend, I'd
Yeah.
mention her before probably mention anyone else.
But the thing
Surprised
is,
you've not mentioned it earlier.
No, because Ben is a person responsible for me. She is my girlfriend, yes, but Ben is a person that's responsible.
Okay. Found this in your bags. When I was
Yeah.
doing your bag search earlier today. I found that, which seems to be the original of the letter you gave my colleague earlier today.
Which one? This one here?
Yep. And this one, which is also the original of what you gave my colleague earlier today. And underneath this, one of them, I think it says April 2006, as opposed to February 2009.
Are you talking about these letters here?
Yep. These ones that I found in your bag, they've had the dates changed. And these seem to be the hard copy of the dates.
Oh,
That I
this
assume
is-
would be cut out and then stuck onto the letters to change the dates to make it appear that these
as
are
opposed
up-to-date
this,
letters.
Yeah, but this is genuine, that's where I'm going.
This is genuine.
Yeah, you
It's
can
ju-
phone them.
with these
Yeah, you can
dates
phone.
taped on them, they're still genuine, are
Yeah,
they?
the person that was supposed to be writing me a letter was sick, so I had to come to UK, and I already booked the ticket already. So the person was sick, so they couldn't write me a letter.
Well, why is that the dates changed on that one as well? Why have we
Because
changed
it-
the dates on this one?
Oh, the guy was not there.
The guy wasn't there,
No,
so you changed the dates on both of them because one was sick and one wasn't there.
he wasn't there. But you can find out here on both of them.
I'm now going to speak to Chief Immigration Officer
Okay.
and explain what you said when you first arrived, what
Yes.
we found in your bags,
Okay.
and what you've told me now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's still not looking good for you. Okay.
Okay.
If a passenger tries to deceive immigration in an attempt to enter the UK, he shouldn't be surprised what happens when he's found out. Chief Immigration Officer Matt Dyson is in no doubt.
Sorry. I'm not particularly dazzled by this, I'm afraid. No, he's not even close, is he?
No.
Fitting well?
Yep.
Flight tonight?
Not a flight until tomorrow afternoon.
You provide documents for a reason. They're supposed to show that he's a good, upstanding individual that's going to go back to whatever he's going to go back to. But to actually produce letters which clearly are false means he has no credibility whatsoever.
You're going to be refused entry to the UK today and returned back to South Africa on the next available flight. Okay? Okay. Now, we've arranged a flight back to South Africa for you. There's not a flight back till tomorrow afternoon, so I'm afraid you have to stay with us overnight. We'll get a bed for you, something more comfortable, get something to sleep. Then you'll come back here tomorrow afternoon for the flight. Okay? Understand all that? I've never dealt with someone so laid back. There's usually some sort of reaction from them, at least at this point, but almost no reaction whatsoever from him. Perhaps he knew the game was up and there was no point making a fuss about it.
Dazzling is held in a detention centre overnight and put on a flight back to South Africa the next day.
A Midlands enforcement team are preparing to raid a cake shop or sweet centre which they believe is employing illegal workers.
None of these gentlemen show up in any Home Office records as having entered the UK lawfully, and none of them show up as having made any applications for further leave to remain.
This is not the first time they've targeted the shop. Last time, the suspects escaped from the back of the building. Today, the element of surprise is key. The team splits, with some officers heading for the accommodation upstairs. They find one man still in bed, fully clothed.
Shoes? Shoes in.
So have you got any idea at all? Any bank cards? Anything with your name on?
All the Southampton.
All in Southampton.
Yeah.
How did you get up here?
Huh?
How did you get here?
5 years.
No. How did you get here from Southampton? Did you drive? Did you get the train?
No, it come in bus.
In the bus?
Yeah, in bus.
Haven't got a bus pass or anything like that?
Got a wallet?
Huh?
Wallet?
Sorry?
A wallet. Yeah, John, we've got an Afghani chap up here. Having a bit of trouble communicating with him, but he says he's in the system, so he should come up on live scan. Can I take him downstairs to get that sorted?
We need some papers. ID papers, bank card, driving licence.
All the.
So you have nothing?
Nothing here, my friend.
Yeah, I think quick check's the quickest way of doing it. He's not even sure how to spell his own name, so I'll bring him down now. Have you ever used one of these before? This doesn't store your fingerprints, it just scans them and it checks them, it sends them off, and it checks them with our systems. Okay, that's great. Take a seat again, and we'll know exactly who you are in 5 minutes.
Do you have any ID?
Everyone in the shop is questioned, even those who have just come in to buy a cake.
Oh, it doesn't matter, we're still going to speak to him.
Visitor, but visitor 6 months maximum here. 6 months to one. Right, he arrived as a visitor 4 years ago, allegedly applied for an extension of stay, hasn't had an answer.
So what's his full name, please?
Got a full name, Rashid Hussain.
Thank you very much. Is there any other name?
No.
He said he came in 4 years ago as a visitor and has apparently made an application for an extension of stay.
Everyone who is legally in the UK should be on record, but the unfortunate customer doesn't seem to exist.
Yeah. I think he might have given bogus date of birth.
No trace. Yeah, we'll put him on the quick check unit.
If the man has applied for an extension to his visa, he should be on the Home Office database. It's bad news for the customer.
Yeah, he's come back as no match and that's nothing on the system at all. It means he's not known to us as an asylum claimant at this point.
OK, right, if you can just listen carefully to what we're going to say. I'm arresting you on suspicion of being an illegal entrant in the country.
And now the results have come through for the Afghan worker found upstairs.
Okay, here we go. We've got a possible identification. Khaled Kakasar.
Yeah.
It's not what you told me earlier.
Sorry, I have...
Came in on the back of a lorry in Dover. Is that what happened? You came in the back of a lorry? Yeah, of course it was. You have exhausted all your appeal rights to be in the UK. Okay, so I'm detaining you to effect your removal from the UK.
Just translate, please.
Okay, you are under arrest. Come on, mate.
Yeah, sorry, with me.
Okay, no. You're going to go straight to that. No, you're going to have to go straight to that.
Listen, please,
No,
this is...
No, I'm sorry, it's too late for that. You've lied to us already. You're going to have to go straight to that.
Somebody, you just look at you.
You hid that?
Is that his?
Yeah, he's hid it.
It turns out the arrested customer does have an ID card. It was under the counter. He'd thrown it there when the officers turned up.
Got the date of birth the wrong way round. He told us 1st of the 5th, not 5th of the 1st.
With the man's details, the immigration team confirmed he arrived as a tourist 4 years ago. His visa expired and he stayed in Britain illegally. The customer is later released on bail to wait for his removal papers. He's told to report to his local reporting centre. He does. The worker is sent home to Afghanistan and the owner is fined £10,000.
Before you came to study here, you did a 3 years course in India. Was that, what's BCA?
BCA, Bachelor in Computer Application.
So you've got a bachelor's degree in computers.
The passenger was given a student visa a year ago. He had a place on a master's degree course at a prestigious Midlands university. The course was cancelled and he now says he's studying at a college in London, even though he lives in Leicester.
I've done his bags, not found much in there to be honest. He's got his national insurance card, he's got some business cards for a garment factory that's run by his cousin brother who established as his first cousin. He's got no student card for this college in London.
So, he looks like he's had a pretty good education.
He has. He's just said to me he's done a 3-year bachelor's computing course.
In India?
In India.
And how long has he been in the UK for?
Since 2006. And he's been doing more IT-based diplomas, which you would not really need had you done a bachelor's in IT, I would think.
It's very difficult for us to believe that he's genuinely studying in East London if he lives in Leicester. And he's told you he lives in Leicester.
I mean, which of us on this planet would really want to commute 200 miles a day to attend college for, what, a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours?
And what student could afford that?
It has no credibility whatsoever, so, I mean, that's the main thing that we should concentrate on.
Officer Lomas calls the passenger's cousin. She hopes he can confirm that his relative is studying in London.
Hello, sir. Are you expecting anyone to arrive in the UK today? And how do you know Osman? You own a factory. And what kind of factory is it? Manufacturing ladies' wear. So he packs the garments. You mentioned that he's also a student. What does he do? You have no idea what he studies? Every time that he goes to college, do you take him every single time? Yes. So you should be able to tell me which days he goes to college then if you take him there. When was the last time he went to London to college? Last Thursday? Wasn't he in India at that time? He wasn't in UK then, was he? Very vague about when he goes to college, has no idea what he does in college at all, can't tell me which subject he studies, can't tell me the name of the college, but he apparently drops him off there every week, 3 times a week. But he's very clear on his position in the factory, which leads me to believe that, leads me to doubt the fact that he is a full-time student here, because it's just a bit strange to me.
Now that doubts are raised over the passenger's studies, Officer Lomas makes a second call. This time to the college where he claims to be studying.
Could you just confirm the name of the student that you have? I want to know all the details about his current course, when he started, what's he studying, when was the last time he attended college. Is he studying with you at the moment? It should be quite a simple yes or no answer to that, sir, really. When was the last time he attended? When was the last day that he came to college? 15th of November. Thank you.
According to the college, the student has not attended at all in the last 6 months.
And what was his attendance rate for his previous course? How can it be 82% if he already missed 4 weeks? Right, so his attendance rate for his last course was 82. Could you tell me a bit more about your college, please? St Paul College, who's on the 3rd floor. Okay. And then your college is on the 4th floor, and that's it. So we're talking 4 colleges in one building. The reason I asked so many questions to him is because what I want to do is go and, if this man is a genuine student, if he is a full-time student here, he should be able to answer basic questions about his tutors, about the modules he studied, about the building, what facilities they've got, how much fees he's paid. So I'm going to put all these questions to him in the interview. If he can answer them all, and if he's very confident in what he says about his studies, then that's fine. But if he can't tell me these things, obviously that's something that I need to be worried about. Usually diplomas and degrees have modules within them of study. What did you do?
I studied basic programming, Microsoft Office, and then it got to C, programming in C.
What was the title of the courses called? That's what I want to know.
The titles?
Yes, of the courses that you studied.
Modules. It was like subjects to me.
What is your attendance like? What is your attendance rate? Have you missed any lessons?
My attendance should be 85%.
Right. Now then, sir, have you been telling me the truth during this interview?
Yes.
Well, then we've got a problem. Because I have spoken to your college at length today, and they're telling me a very different story than the one that you've just said to me. I spoke to Mr. Suleiman Khan, who tells me he's an admin clerk at your college. He tells me that you've not attended the postgraduate diploma at all. In fact, when I asked him when was the last time they saw you, he says it was November 2007. When was the last time? And I want the month, and I preferably want the week. When was the last time you studied, you attended classes in the United Kingdom?
Last July.
Thank you. What have you been doing in that 8.5 months, sir?
Sitting at home.
I don't believe you.
You have to. I'm not lying this time.
Now, I'm concerned that your college did not tell me that you didn't attend from July to November. They said your attendance rate was 82%. What's going on? I'm sure you know there are many colleges that supply letters to students.
I don't know them.
And that say that students have attended college and that accept money so that they produce letters to that effect and diplomas. Either you're not telling me the truth, sir, or the college isn't. Is this college a genuine college? Do they have lectures there?
I've not been there, I don't know. They just told me that your attendance will be done.
Your attendance will be done. Did they ever charge you any money, sir, for the fact that they were fixing your attendance?
Yes.
Okay. What did they charge you?
500 quid.
For?
The attendance.
Just to clarify, the £500 was so that they said you had attended when you hadn't attended?
Yes.
Realising his UK residence permit is in danger of being cancelled, the student makes an appeal.
I want to study, ma'am. My future will be ruined.
Why would it be ruined?
Without a post-graduation, I'm nothing.
That's not true.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
You've told us the truth now about your studies, which was the right thing to do, but in hindsight, you should have been attending, shouldn't you? You applied to do a Masters at De Montfort University, a good university, excellent course, and since then, things have just gone downhill. Come on. Obviously, he was very upset at the end of the interview there. He's been caught out. I continue to press him on the college because I had an inkling that the college wasn't genuine from what he'd said. In the end, he did admit that they were supplying letters to students. I will pass that on to our intelligence unit and they will check that out, and that college will then be on a list of colleges that we will look into further.
Officer Lomas makes her final report to her boss.
And he has a UK residence permit issued for the purpose of studies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Only a month ago.
Only a month ago, so he was quite happy to deceive the Home Office only a month ago.
Yes.
Well, once again, I think without a shadow of a doubt, we'll have to refuse this guy entry and cancel his residence permit.
The passenger is refused entry to Britain and put on the next plane back to India.
We're on our way up to Farnborough, going up to a nail bar where there is potentially some illegal workers. And the owner owns an address about 5 minutes from there where he allegedly houses them all. So we've got another team going to the house while we go to the nail bar.
The team's tip-off is that it employs Vietnamese workers who are in the country illegally. The nail bar is in a shopping centre.
I can see, yeah, on the left-hand side.
The officers must hit the employer's house at the same time, so no one has the chance to alert a friend or colleague.
Good morning, folks. How you doing?
There are 2 employees. They'll have to prove they're allowed to work in Britain.
You speak English? Little bit? OK, come and speak to me, and then you can come back and finish this lady's nails, hopefully, OK?
You'll have to finish him if he doesn't.
Well, I'll have a shot.
The owner of the nail bar is not at work. He applied for asylum back in 1999, but his case is caught up in red tape. Until it's decided, he can run a business, but could face a fine if he's employing illegal workers.
Good morning, immigration.
We're from UK Border Safety.
He's not at his home address either, but his girlfriend is, with their young child, and their new baby the team didn't even know about.
I looked at your case this morning before I came out, and there's nothing on the Home Office systems that say you've given birth to a baby, OK?
The woman is a failed asylum seeker and has broken her bail conditions. Her partner, the owner, has a new asylum claim. It's unlikely they'll be removed from the country.
At the moment, we've got it down that you should have been reporting and you're not reporting. Now, you must report, otherwise we'll come back and arrest you, all right?
Okay.
Do you have a wallet or some ID on you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
At the nail bar, one of the workers claims to be a student at Oxford Brookes University.
Do you live in Oxford still?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you travel here from Oxford to work?
Yeah.
Yeah? And you're from Vietnam, yeah?
Yes.
If checks confirm he has a student visa, he'll be free to carry on working.
Step out there. Stand over here for me.
But he hasn't bargained on his colleague immediately undermining his story.
Do you have any ID?
Yeah, at house.
In house? Do you know the address?
In London.
Same address as him? He lived in Oxford. You said you lived in Farnborough.
Officer Shepherd steps in to establish whether the student lives in Oxford or at the owner's house round the corner in Farnborough.
And how is it that you get to Farnborough every day?
Yeah, in train.
On the train? Have you got your train tickets there? So we can look at those?
I have a rail card.
Oh, yes. So where is your rail card?
In the house.
In the house? Which house is it in?
In Farnborough.
In Farnborough.
Officers at the nearby house don't find a rail card or any evidence of commuting from Oxford. They do find plenty of the man's belongings, enough to suggest he lives there.
What language do you speak?
Also in the house is a woman who claims to be just visiting.
And what's your nationality?
I think Malaysia.
You're from Malaysia. Have you got any ID? Any identification?
Her friend.
Right, your friend and a friend, are you? Right, okay. Where's your passport? Passport.
The lady insists she is here for a 2-week holiday and says that a friend in London has her passport. But the team won't take her word for it, as they suspect she's another employee of the nail bar.
I want to see some ID, otherwise we're going to arrest her and take her away.
Yeah.
And then we're going to look to remove her from UK. We'll just let her know that we're going to be searching the house from top to bottom. So I won't be too pleased if something turns up.
Okay.
At the nail bar, Officer O'Leary has found out the status of one of the 2 Vietnamese workers.
It appears he made a claim for asylum which was refused in 2001, and since then he's made an application to remain as a spouse, and that was refused in 2002, and since 2002 to today's date no further contact with him. So do you know what's going to happen now? You understand some English, don't you?
More.
You've been here 8 years now, haven't you? 8 years. OK. You need to come to the police station.
Yeah.
Yes? So you're under arrest now. You, me, police station. Yeah?
Yeah.
OK.
Yeah.
OK, should we go?
Yeah.
Right, come out. Yeah.
The man is taken to a police station to be questioned, but is later released on bail conditions while the UK Border Agency try to get hold of his travel documents.
Mind your head on there, OK?
Yeah.
The enforcement team in Farnborough are allowing the remaining nail bar worker to finish with his client. Home Office records back up his story. He has a valid visa to study at Oxford Brookes University. But Officer Shepherd wants to know why he lied about where he lives.
His story isn't quite adding up at the moment, so I want to chat to him a little bit further.
At the nail bar owner's house, officers are questioning the Malaysian woman who was claiming to be on holiday in the UK. Now it seems she's not just here as a guest.
Could you clarify, could you ask her to clarify, does she mean boss is the lady who is next door, in the room next door, please?
With the woman referring to the nail bar manager's girlfriend as her boss, the team have heard enough.
If you can tell her for me that I am now, on the basis of information she's given me and the fact that she cannot provide me with any evidence of her identity or lawful basis to be in the United Kingdom, I'm going to arrest her on suspicion of overstaying in the United Kingdom. Could you tell her that for me, please?
The officers need the woman's passport to confirm her status. She is now claiming her boss, the owner's girlfriend, is keeping it for her. With no one telling them a straight story, all the officers can do is search until they're sure it's not in the house.
My colleagues are up at Rectory Road at the moment, and I say you've got all your bags there and your suitcases and all your things. And it appears as though you're living there, which isn't what you told me earlier. So should we start again?
Yeah.
Should we start all over again? Yeah?
As the worker has already lied about where he lives, Officer Shepherd suspects he may also be lying about his studies. And she wants to know if he's working more than the 20 hours a week permitted to students.
Now, how many hours are you working today, Nguyen?
Normally not excess 20 hours per week.
That wasn't my question, was it? How much do you get paid?
Normally 90 per week.
And have you got your pay slips on you?
No.
Where are they?
It's cash in hand.
It's cash in hand, is it? You pay tax?
No.
No, what I'm doing, I'm waiting a moment for your file to be pulled from Oxford Brookes University, and they're going to tell me all about what it is you're doing up there, okay? And when the last time you went was and everything else. Could be the call now. Hiya. All right. Okay, thanks, mate. Okay, Nguyen, do you know what your file says? You went to Oxford Brookes this month, didn't you, for a meeting? And they told you that you had been withdrawn from the course, hadn't you? Because you hadn't stayed in contact and you hadn't done the things you should have done. So you are formally not at Oxford Brookes any longer because they have withdrawn you from the course. So why did you not tell me that? Okay, you've lied about coming in on the train. You've lied about where you're living. All your stuff is up at Rectory Road. I put it to you, you're actually working here full time, which is why you have not had the time to go to your college, and which is why you've been thrown off the course. What are you doing in the UK at this moment in time?
Writing a thesis.
No need. You're not on this course any longer. So for that reason, I'm going to arrest you on suspicion of working in breach of your student conditions in the UK. Okay, you'll come to the police station, and we'll interview you further there and find out exactly what's been going on with this. Okay?
No.
Well, that is what is going to happen. All right? So one of my colleagues is going to give you a search.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, you're arrested, mate. Stand up.
Huh?
You're under arrest.
He's lied to me since we've got in the shop, quite frankly. So we'll take him down to the police station. We'll interview him further about the suspected offence, and we'll go from there.
That's it. Follow my colleague. Out we go. Lovely.
Officers looking for proof that the Malaysian woman has stayed in the UK illegally have found her passport. And they're not happy about being strung along by the owner's girlfriend.
That's her passport.
Her passport here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right, so why are you letting people into this house and sleeping here if you don't know who they are? Why have you got this lady's passport? Here's her passport now, and it clearly shows that she entered the UK via Heathrow in June 2006, which means that she's overstayed her visa now by nearly 2 years. So with this, we'll be removing the lady back to Malaysia.
The woman's passport is marked to signal that she has overstayed in the UK. A week later, she is put on a flight back to Malaysia. The worker, who came to Britain on a student visa, admits in interview that he no longer studies and works more than the permitted 20 hours a week. He is detained for 5 days before being removed back to Vietnam.
Okay.
With the owner of the nail bar apparently unavailable, he sends his girlfriend to shut up shop. Despite being in the UK illegally herself, and even though she's misled the officers, she will not be arrested today.
So now I can go.
No, you can lock the shop up.
Yep, and we can go.
The UK Border Agency only split up families with children in exceptional circumstances. Instead, the team will wait for the outcome of the owner's asylum case. If his application is refused, the whole family could be sent back to Vietnam.
All right, Anne, thank you so much. Yeah.
In the meantime, the owner is fined £10,000 for employing 2 illegal workers.
OK, I spoke to the agency and they're not expecting you. Why didn't you arrange your place on the training course before you came? We have a passenger arrived today from South Africa and she claims to be coming on a training course starting shortly. I just wondered if you were able to tell us if she's registered? You're not expecting her. OK, they don't have any record of her on the training course.
I don't know where to start. Okay, you know, just like where I come from, the place where I live. I have a lot of friends here in London.
Yeah.
And I wanted to leave Cape Town, like where I'm from, because I didn't want to spend any more money, and obviously because I was going to be the one who buys my own ticket.
Right.
And because of the ship being the only bread, you know, and me helping out my brother to go to college.
So the only way you earn money is on the ships, yeah? You okay? I'm just thinking, you know, it seems like a long way to come if you haven't got a place on the course already sorted. Why didn't you do it before you came? Would have been easier, wouldn't it? You could have got the letter from them and everything. It would have made your life a lot easier. Is there a problem back home?
I'm the only person that's looking out for me and my family.
You're the only one that has any money and that support. So are you supporting the whole family on your salaries, yeah? Okay.
Before Officer Lee allows the woman through passport control, she must consult her boss, Chief Immigration Officer Matt Dyson.
I can sympathise with anybody who feels they've got to work hard for their family and have to leave their own country to do it. Fine, but in the end, she falls well short of the requirements for entry as far as I'm concerned. She's basically not told the truth on arrival.
Right.
She doesn't have enough funds.
There's a flight this evening, if we want to remove her today, via Doha.
Okay, well, as it stands, unless we hear anything different, I'm sorry, but she will have to go home.
Okay.
Thanks anyway.
No problems. This is particularly tough because I've been to where she lives. I know the township she comes from, and it's pretty horrible. Most places don't have electricity. You know, it's rough. So the money this girl is on when she's on board ship is a lot of money in South Africa. So she would be supporting her mum and brother. And in a way, you're kind of robbing her of the chance to provide for her family, and you just think, well, I'm sending her back. I'm afraid it's not very good news. Okay, you are going to be refused entry to the UK today, all right? She just doesn't qualify today for entry. If she can satisfy either an entry clearance officer in the future or another immigration officer in the future that she qualifies for entry on another day, then her case will be viewed on its merits. It doesn't automatically exclude her from coming back to the UK in the future.
This morning, they've raided a cleaning company and arrested 2 workers they believe are in the country illegally. One is a Nigerian whose visa has expired. The other is from Ghana, but there is no record of him entering the UK. Officer in charge, Sharon Kilbourne, decides to search the man's home.
We'll establish him initially that he actually lives here and the keys fit into the lock. They do, so we're going to bring him up and conduct a house search in order to locate his passport and any other documentation.
Where's your bedroom? Where's your bedroom? Upstairs. Upstairs. Bedroom's upstairs. Just take him to your bedroom, yeah?
Last year, 25,000 illegal immigrants were removed from the country through enforcement. But the immigration teams are not allowed by law to remove someone without travel documents. They must have proof of the person's country of origin.
We've now verified that this is the person's room. If he gives us a passport, once we find that, we'll be out of here.
The team only have a photocopy supplied by the man's employer.
This gentleman has a passport. A legal authority has certified it as being a true document. If they took this to his employer, of course they're going to give him employment because it's been certified by a solicitor. These are the problems we have all the time.
Tell us if your passport is here. Saves us searching the whole room.
Right. I said it first. To be honest with you.
Honesty is the best. We love honesty. We love that.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
When my brother was leaving.
Yeah.
He told me everything in the lawyer's hand. He handled everything over.
This gentleman here originally said that his passport was with the Home Office. Well, we've done checks. It's not with the Home Office, so we're going to check his details here. And now you're saying it's with the your solicitor, yeah?
You said?
It's with your solicitor?
No, I said I can give my solicitor number to you for you to ask.
All right.
Yeah, because
right, so where is it then?
I don't have any idea.
So you don't have any idea?
Yes.
Right, have you reported it to the police?
No, to be honest.
Why not?
Has it been lost then? So if you don't know where it is...
Do you know what? If I had £1 for every time I heard someone lost their passport and never reported it to police, I'd be a rich woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Since my brother's, because everything was with my brother.
I just said to you, where's your passport? And you said, to be honest, I have no idea. But you just said, no, it's with a brother that's not really your brother.
My brother have that case, he have everything. Sorry, you know what I mean?
Oh, hold on. Got another photocopy of something here.
I always keep everything.
It's a copy of his Ghanaian passport. Right, this was issued on the 1st of February 2007.
Yeah, that's the point.
Right, where did you get this from? In Britain, this country or Ghana?
This one?
Yeah.
In this country.
From this country?
Yeah, when my brother was just sending everything.
So you wasn't here when you got this passport issued to you from...
Yeah, I was here.
You was here in 2007?
Yes, I was.
To be honest, yeah?
To be honest.
Yeah.
At the moment it looks like the passport may not be here.
I think...
So this gentleman will probably be asked to report on immigration bail. That'll be decided by the arresting officers.
The team know that without a travel document, they cannot remove the man from Britain. Their only option is to grant him temporary release.
But you have to report every week, you understand?
Right, thank you very much.
Otherwise you'll have problems if you get stopped again by the police or immigration.
Right.
Okay?
All right.
He'll be reporting to us until we can get a document and a removal date for him, and then he'll be removed back to his country of origin. So for him, if he's ever apprehended again, there won't be no release for him. He'll be detained until he's removed.
Come on, mate. Watch your head, yeah? Stand there for me, mate.
The man gave a false name, but officers found an ID card, and checks against this name confirmed he is from Nigeria and here on a tourist visa that expired 2 years ago.
The gentleman says it's his sister's address and she lives on the 5th floor. We've got officers providing rear cover just in case someone throws documents out of windows.
The team must find his passport. Without it, they can't send him back home.
No, hold him. He can go. Because his sister's a bit nervous of the law and police, and especially immigration, he's asked us to stand away from the peephole, or she won't answer the door, basically. If she sees his face, she'll answer it. If she sees us, she won't. So we're just waiting for her to answer the door.
Hello, ẹ bá mi ṣílẹ̀kùn o. Hello, ẹ ṣílẹ̀kùn o. Wọ́n á mú wa ń bíṣẹ́ ni o. Wọ́n dẹ̀ náà fẹ́ wọlé o. Ẹ kàn ṣílẹ̀kùn ni o.
Don't open the door, immigration going to arrest you.
Yeah, basically.
That's what he's saying.
Can you let me use your phone? I'll call him. I'll call her. I will explain what is happening. Excuse me. I will explain what is happening to her. She will open the door. Let me just. She's just only afraid.
Tell her if she doesn't open the door, we'll smash the door in.
Let me use the phone.
Do it in English.
Yeah. I'll tell her what is happening.
If there's no one in there.
Because she might not be there, innit? Hello, Lucy. It's the Home Office. Open the door. We're not going to go away, so you need to open the door now.
You don't want a false entry unless we're sure it's his address. Because we don't. Obviously, we've only got the power to force entry into his address, and we're not 100% sure. So we're not too keen on kicking the door in.
Is your passport in there, or is it in a different address?
Is there a passport in this address? Your passport in there?
You remember? No, my passport. My passport is not here.
Where is your passport?
My passport is for a long time. It has been returned to Nigeria from those who have taken it.
That's what you said earlier, is it? Sonny, I don't believe you.
You can check it. You know how to check it from your computer. Check it by yourself. You will see everything there.
So you've got another, you're saying you've applied for another visa? Is that what you're saying?
You mean my visa?
Why have you returned your passport back to Nigeria?
It is because, you know, so...
Just a short story, please. Why have you returned it back to Nigeria? Why?
It's someone that is helped me that take it back to Nigeria.
No, you know, you come here, you get a
Right,
visa,
relax, stand
you
back.
get a job, you send it home, get a new visa, pretend you've gone back to Nigeria, put a fake landing state from someone in Nigeria, get a new visa, yeah? We know how it works. This is not a new story to us. We hear this every day. Now, where's your passport?
You know what I'm
What's
saying
about?
now? I'm very, very sure of what I'm saying. Forget about what happened in where you come arrest me. It's just a panic.
Right, where's
But
your
now
passport?
I'm ready to tell you the real part of the matter. That's
Okay,
what I'm
where's
telling
your
you now.
passport?
My passport is not here. It's not in this England. And I have to tell you the truth. I swear to Almighty God.
The team can't get in. They've already spent 8 hours on this operation, and at the end of it, 2 people they believe are illegal immigrants will be released.
It's just frustrating because you've been out all day, it's a long, hard graft, and at the end of it, you're just going to let go.
Because of limited space, the Immigration Service only detains someone if they believe he poses a risk to the public or is likely to abscond.
They give you this form. It's a notification of temporary release, okay? Which basically means that we're releasing you. You need to report to this office. You need to bring this paper with you, all right? And then you come back every Wednesday, okay? You're not allowed to work, mate, yeah? So the best bet for you now is probably to go to the Nigerian High Commission and get hold of a passport or a travel document and go back to Nigeria, okay?
If I've been deported to Nigeria, they will kill me. If I prefer to kill me here than to die in Nigeria. I prefer to kill me here than to go to Nigeria and just waste my life.
The man fears for his life if he goes home to Nigeria because of a feud over property with members of his family. It started after the death of his parents, when he sold some property to fund his trip to Britain.
I mean, we spoke about the possibility of you wanting to claim asylum, but you're not sure yet, are you? So what you need to do is go home, have a think about it, and whatever you think's best, when you decide, when you come in tomorrow, you'll come into our office and have a word with someone about claiming asylum, if that is what you want to do, okay?
Asylum is protection for people fleeing persecution in their own country. A claim because of a family dispute, however serious, is unlikely to be successful.
Well, now he's been released. He's probably going to go home, speak to his mates. They're going to tell him, oh no, stay away, whatnot. And lost in the system again.
The man did report as instructed the following day, but he did not seek asylum and has not been seen or heard of since. The Ghanaian cleaner also reported only once, before disappearing. Both men have been circulated as absconders on the police national computer.